It's that time again. That time to walk through the veil. To follow the ghost in the graveyard. Now here's your host. The ghost that walks in the graveyard. Ghost that walks in the graveyard. Hello, everybody. I can tell we're looking forward to tonight. Just 2 more nights. Just 2 more nights till you get to open your presents if you celebrate Christmas. And whatever you celebrate, happy holidays, by the way. But this is a very day. For we will not be hearing anything. We will be hearing from a very special tome. One that I think you will find very great. And it's an old one too. You may know it. It's been told in several forms. But I will tell it tonight. As the clock strikes midnight. Right now it's 11:56 p.m. I know I'm starting this show a little early, but that's because this is a very long broadcast. So I hope you're ready to enjoy it. So, let's begin, shall we? One second, please. Hold on one moment. Just one moment here. I'm just finishing a few things up. Ah, yes. You will be hearing maybe some clicking, but you must understand that I am doing this to try and do the best I can. This is one of the only stories that I will tell in the name. This is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. So snuggle close to the fire and listen in as I tell the tale. Marley was dead, to begin with. As dead as a doornail. This must distinctly be understood, or nothing wonderful can come of what I am about to tell you. Once upon a time, of all good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak, biting weather, foggy withal, and he could hear the people in the court outside. Go wheezing up and down, beating their hands upon their breasts, and stampeding their feet upon the pavement. Stones to warm them. Pavement stones to warm them. The city clocks had only just gone 3, but it was quite dark already. It had not been light all day, and the candles were flaring in the window of the neighboring offices like ruddy streamers upon the palpable brown air. The fog came pouring in at every keyhole and chink, and it was so dense without that although the court was of the narrowest of houses, opposite were mere phantoms. To see the dingy cloud come dropping down, obscuring everything. One might have thought that nature lived hard by and was brewing on a large scale. The door to Scrooge's count house was open, so that he might keep his eye upon his clerk, who in a dimsel's little cell beyond a sort of tank was copying letters. Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one coal, but he couldn't replenish it, for Scrooge kept the coal box in his room. And so surely as the clerk came in with the shovel, the master predicted that it would be necessary for them to part. Therefore the clerk put on his white comforter and tried to warm himself at the candle, in which effort, not being a man of a strong imagination, he failed. Cheerfully, a man steps in to the door. "Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you." It was the voice of Scrooge's nephew, who came upon him so quickly that this was the first imitation that he had of his approach. "Bah, humbug!" He had so heated himself with rapid walking in the fog and frost, this nephew of Scrooge's, that he was all in a glow, his face ruddy and handsome, his eyes sparkled, and his breath smoked again. Christmas? A bah humbug, uncle? You don't mean that, I am sure. I do Merry Christmas. I do not make Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Come then. What right have you to be dimsel? What reason do you have to be morse? You're rich enough. Having no better answer on the spur of the moment, Scrooge only answered, Bah! Humbug! Do not be cross, uncle. Indignantly, Scrooge answered, What else can I be, when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas, out upon Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time? What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money, a time for finding yourself a year older but not an hour richer, a time for balancing your books and having every item in them thought a round dozen of months presented dead against you. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. He should. Uncle, said Fred, pleading. Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine. But you don't keep it. Then let me leave it alone, then. Much good may it do you. Much good it has ever done you. There are many things from which I might have delivered good, by which I have not profited, I dare say, Christmas among the rest. But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time when it comes around, apart from the veneration due to its sacred name and origin, if anything belonging to it can be apart from that. As a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, the only time I know of in the long calendar of the year, when men, women seem by one constant to open their shut up hearts freely, and to think of people below them, if they really